welcome. This is Rising Dawn 144. Another collective message going out. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you like this reading, please hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. All right, let's get into it. Hope all is well. Okay, what does collective need to know? What is it they cannot see? Sacred space. Exposed. Okay. I'm getting the feeling like someone's feeling hunted. And they're staying like in hermit mode. Or they're staying in hermit mode in their sacred space to expose the enemy, to expose the danger. What's crossing this energy? Exposing the enemy is what I'm getting. Curiosity, because they're curious. So you're staying to yourself, and it's exposing this enemy that wants to attack you, because they get very curious. I don't know why I can't say that. Curious, and they're like, tell me about this curiosity. A bond? About a bond? What's this bond? Abundance. Someone's curious about this bond that's bringing in abundance. And these are two birds that are in the sacred space. So you and your partner, or you and somebody else, are protecting. There's 4 eggs in that nest. The enemy is exposed. You're protecting something. And they're getting curious about this bond. What's the foundation of this? Insight. Tell me about this insight. So receiving some type of information about the past, ghosts, past actions. I'm getting like skeletons in the closet, secrets. Insight about these secrets. What's crowning energy? Community. Talk about community. Upheaval. Okay, so this community is going to be an upheaval. Upheaval shows a tree being yanked down, and the community is within the tree. So it's tearing this whole community up at the roots. The roots are being pulled up. This could be ancestor messages coming in too, that's giving you insight. You going in the sacred space has exposed the enemy. And it's causing the whole community to be ripped up. Not displaced, like there's no going back to it. The roots have been yanked up. And that's the crowning energy. Wow. Oh, you know what? This could be you being curious about this bond with your ancestors or something in your sacred space. Going within your sacred space, being curious, finding out there's some type of bond which brings in abundance, which exposes the enemy. Your ancestors were protecting you because you went into the sacred space with this curiosity and the, like, how do I want to say it? Not the need or the want for this bond, it's already existing. Some type of bond to an ancestor, to, yeah, I'm getting ancestors. They protected you because you opened the door of curiosity towards them. It opened the door for your abundance. But this had to happen to expose the enemy and rip it out by the roots. That's why you had to get this insight. What's the past energy? What made you go in the sacred space? Just curiosity? Maybe you had a anticipation. Maybe you had a inkling that something around you wasn't right. Someone around you wasn't right. Anticipation of teamwork. Is what made you curious. So something told you to do this, to go into your sacred space and get curious about your past life bonds, about your ancestor bonds. What's the near future? How to protect yourself. That's what I'm getting. They had to teach you how to protect yourself, and because you were curious about it, because you're anticipating teamwork of working with them, you got curious about this bond and you found it. Soar, look at that. Tell me about soar. You're soaring. The enemy gets exposed and you get to soar. Protection from scavenging. Yeah, you have this abundance that's yours. No more scavenging. You're going to soar. You're protected. This beginning is protected. What's yours is protected. Wow. So it's like you called in your ancestors and just out of pure curiosity, they showed up. Not only did they show up, you feel the bond, you feel the loyalty, you feel the trust, you feel it. Like it reawoken something that has been dormant for a long time. Wow. All right, how does the collective feel in this situation? This is beyond a spiritual awakening. This is you coming alive with the blood of your ancestors, like it's awakening within you. Communication. Tell me about this communication. Luck. Wow. And this luck card is a bird. There's fish just raining down on them, and that's life. Fish is symbols of life. Could be something about a window, a kitchen window. Yeah, luck's just raining down on you. Once you expose that enemy and rip the problem out by the roots. Wow. All right, how's the collective being seen? How's the collective being seen by others? Freedom, either freedom of commitment or freedom and a commitment. That doesn't go together really, I don't think. Freedom within a commitment. The freedom to be able to commit yourself. See, freedom and commitment. Tell me one more about that. Routine. Freedom from a routine commitment. So something you've done for a long time, you're being freed from it. What's the hopes and fears? Gifts. You're hoping for gifts. Oh, for battle. Yep. So you're hoping that you can use your gifts for battle, spiritual battle. I mean, I guess it's a battle. You got to rip it out by the roots. And that's a whole lot of birds up in there. What's the outcome of this situation? Maybe you're hoping to receive gifts for, like, blessings for the battles that you've had to go through. Change of perspective. Talking about this perspective change. Saving up for the, preparing for the future. Saving up for the future. Putting stuff to the side. Hiding stuff. Birds putting seeds into the ground for future. A different perspective of, talking about this caching. Perspective on this caching. How you save up. Direction. Changing your perspective on how you plan for this new direction. Well, you're definitely hiding your plans. You're keeping your plans hidden for this new direction. One more on these gifts in this battle. Observation, anomaly. Yeah, you want to be able to use your gifts for a battle, spiritual battle, which I think that's what they're for. All right, let's get more information on this. No more scavenging for you. What's a sacred space? What's going on here? To get messages. Page of Swords. Watching, learning, listening, exposed. You went in your sacred space to expose this enemy. Celebrating your downfall. You wanted to see who was celebrating your downfall. Four of Wands with the Tower in reverse. Your personal downfall. That's why you ripped that up by the roots. Wow. Curiosity. Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So someone's someone's trying to block your path forward. Coming in with an offer, receiving the way forward, something that opens your pathway up or something, And then someone's standing there in the Five of Swords trying to win at all costs. They're trying to block it, your abundance. Yeah, your curiosity is you moving forward with your intuition. Your intuition is moving you forward with this curiosity about this bond. And then you find the bond, you get an answer with this Page of Swords, and you're receiving what you need to move forward now. You got this truth, you got what you needed to move forward. And then you have this idiot that's standing on top of your abundance with the Five of Swords, wanting your downfall. They don't want you to pass them. Tell me about this insight. In competition with the devil. This devil energy was competing with you. You got insight about that. You didn't even realize it. Tell me about the ghosts. The truth about something in the past. That's what skeletons in the closet is what I got with that. Hidden. Something's hidden. But you got truth. You got insight about it. You got the truth and clarity. You're sitting there as King of Swords with Sword of Truth. You were generous to these people. And they were in competition. They wanted to stop your abundance. They wanted you to go be into an inner turmoil. An inner turmoil. It's like a tongue twister tonight. What's this community? Maybe someone's like misrepresenting your words in a situation. We got the Fool community. What's this upheaval? This community did something very stupid. They're the fool. They're very ignorant. They jumped before they looked, basically. Jumped right off the edge. Didn't even think, what am I going to do after I jump? Well, you can't do anything because everything's been ripped up. You ended the cycle with the World card, Eight of Cups, walking away and putting up your boundaries because they've wounded you enough. Nine of Wands. You're coming out of battle, ripping that damn tree up. They activated you in warrior mode is what I'm getting. What's this teamwork? They wanted to steal from you. Anticipation. King of Pentacles. Look at that. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. That's with anticipation. You've seen it coming. You're dedicated to your path. So you had anticipation. What's the Knight of Pentacles? Chariot. Yeah, you're going to win. Period. You weren't going to let them win. Chariot is victory. Tell me about the teamwork with the Seven of Swords. You're very determined. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the people that were teaming up with this person that was lying, cheating, stealing, blocking your path and everything, they're not happy with the situation. Seven of Pentacles, they're reevaluating their choices. Because you slayed this devil energy. Ripped the tree right up. But this is before you rip the tree up. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Oh. They think that they gave it away. I think it was your insight. You're just pattern recognition, you know, you just paid attention and you're like, something's not right. So you started paying attention. You didn't know what it was, so you're paying attention to everything, right? King of Pentacles, he's sitting on his throne. He has everything he needs on a material plane, and he shares everything with the people that he loves. So he's sitting there watching his kingdom, and he's like, that one right there, they're not acting right. They're doing this, they're saying this. But anyways, this thief, the liar, whatever, whoever wants to block you, they think that they gave it away. They think that they did something, like brag or something, like they were bragging. Maybe they told somebody and they're in regret, but not of hurting you, not of lying to you, not of stealing from you. They're in regret that they like bragged about it to the wrong person. That's what they're in. And then you protected yourself. You went into your sacred space. What's this Page of Swords? Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Manifesting your independence, your abundance. Very fiery, passionate energy. Very confident and strong. Nine of Pentacles. You have everything you need. Oh, look at that. You following your intuition with this curiosity and this bond. Right there's the 10th Pentacle. So that's enough for you and to share with everybody else. And this person did not want you to share that. They did not want you to give that to anybody. All right, tell me about the sword and the protection. The Lovers. Making a choice. That could also be masculine and feminine energy. Making a choice to take off and protecting yourself from this Ten of Swords energy. Protecting something new. That's an egg. That's new life. That's new. This new beginning that you're not allowing anyone else to see. Tell me about the Lovers. Okay, so I'm definitely hearing just keep your plans to yourself. What's it? Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Two of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's what the energy they wanted you to be in. That's what you're protected from. Tell me about the Lovers. Oh. Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. That's what you would have been in if you didn't balance this energy. Because your masculine and feminine energy is in perfect balance, you're protected from this Ten of Swords. They can't hurt you. They can't leave you out in the cold, and they can't make you cry. You're too intelligent for it now. Too intelligent, and you're protected. Talking about this communication, about luck. Judgment. Communication, judgment is here. Two of Swords, a decision. Luck that you're receiving. Ten of Pentacles. Judgment is here, and a decision is made that you're receiving this Ten of Pentacles. Tell me about the freedom from routine. Commitment. Empress, Ace of Pentacles. So the Empress is getting freedom. This new beginning from routine. You've manifested this new seed. What's Three of Wands? Your ships are coming in. You're getting something brand new. They're not going to be able to move forward because your ships are here. They can't move forward. They're stopped. They were stopped. See what the gifts are for battle. You know what? You could be leaving a relationship as well. So I just... Okay, so your gifts are coming in with the King of Cups. So that's your intuition. That's a lot of energy. King of Cups, emotional balance, very open-hearted, but at the same time, emotionally balanced, so you can't be taken advantage of. You have the gift to do that. Death. Being emotionally balanced to bring death. Oh my goodness. Tell me about the battle. High Priestess. The Hierophant and the Moon. You have hidden authority as this High Priestess to call death. Oh my goodness, you're very powerful. Your ancestors have activated something in your bloodline. These are your gifts. Oh my goodness. Perspective, saving up, direction. Maybe these are gifts that that's being activated. Those seeds. A different perspective by going within in hermit mode. That's like shamanic work. That is work in the underworld. You can see through the darkness. You can stay emotionally balanced and be able to see. That's having your masculine and feminine energy in balance. You're able to transmute the pain, the heartache, what would cause others depression. You can transmute that naturally. And you've done this many times with all those seeds in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds in the ground and putting one in. Tell me about this direction. 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Okay, so the 3 of Swords is this truth that comes in and pierces your heart. 9 of Swords is being mentally trapped with anxiety, like fear of the future. Tell me about the direction. Page of Cups. Oh, that's someone else's energy. The 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're making plans with something very good coming in. Page of Cups brings in a message of something very beautiful coming in the future. And that's your direction. That's what you're going towards. What's this 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords? That's not your energy. 4 of Swords. Three of Swords, 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Lots of swords right here at the end. Illusions. Healing from the illusions. Okay, so that was your energy. The 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, but it's in the past. You've healed from this. You learn how to go within in hermit mode. Follow your lamp. Use your staff. Transmute that energy. Get out of your head. Excuse me. All of a sudden I got a tickle in my throat. 3 of Cups. You're making plans towards your happiness and you're saving up. You're making plans, you're saving things, it's like little stashes is what I'm seeing. All right, give me closing information, please. Close this out. Almost there. You're almost there. Wake up call. Don't look back. Don't look back. You'll turn into a pillar of salt. Inner peace and going with the flow. So you're almost there. This was a wake-up call. This situation was a wake-up call. You had to make a decision whether you're going to stay in that same crappy situation or if you were going to move forward, and you decided inner peace was more important to you. So you decided to go with the flow. You transmuted this. So with self-love, look at that. Call to action, heart healing, letting go. Your ancestors woke you up, gave you the insight you needed to conquer this devil energy that was coming up against you. They're in a hidden competition with you for some reason. They wanted to block your abundance. They wanted to block anything that made you happy for some reason. I do want to get a clarifier out on that Lovers card, because tell me about this Lovers. The Star, Ten of Cups, Page of Wands. Yeah, you're getting divine guidance. Your happiness is here. You have balanced your masculine and feminine, is what that Lovers card's about. So you've done the work and you're protected. Your ancestors are right by your side, and you have the gifts to conquer any battle that comes up against you. Just pay attention. Don't be in the world, not of the world, you know. Sorry about that. Take that as confirmation, I guess. Scared the heck out of me. Anyways, yeah, you just trust yourself. You have everything you need to move forward, and then some. You're receiving more and more from your ancestors. The more the bond builds, the more it activates within you, and the more you're going to be able to really take on these battles. You're a spiritual warrior, so keep it up. Till next time, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side.